Hello, good morning and welcome to the final instalment, shall we say, from the Lake District. We've came to Castlerigg Stone Circle. Now I've got a love-hate relationship with this place and I'll explain why. One, I love it because, I mean, look, you've got 180 degree, fantastic views. Got the old rocks, it's Cumbria's version of Stonehenge, so how we say. It's a fantastic area. Now, my hate relationship. Yeah. A couple of years ago, I was here with Big D and Daz again, and I was stood around about here, I think, facing the valley. You know, the classic, the entrance to the stones, and I mean, look at the vast views. Anyway, had my tripod down, camera went over. Nothing out of the ordinary, cameras fall over onto grass, and it smashed my camera. So that was the end of that one. Today's drama, shall we say, is my Osmo Pocket 3 screen won't stay open when I open it. I'm having to wedge my thumb to keep it open. This place is cursed, okay? Yes, you've got your rituals and all that, and you've got your myths and your legends and everything like that. There's no myth. This place is cursed. I'm not going in anywhere near the middle of that circle. No. So hopefully this is going to work. But like I said, we're here for sunrise, which is going to happen any minute now, actually. What I am going to try and do, I'm going to try and use the curvature of the stones of the circle as a leading line in. Daz has got the other side. Big D is pretty much in the middle, and I'm going to go the left-hand side. So we've got three different aspects to it. I've been here about 10 minutes, got the time lapse going, and I'm just trying to go on handheld, just trying to find that composition before I put it on the tripod. I'm pretty much settled where I am now, actually. Like I said, I've got the curvature of the circle, the left-hand side curvature, just leads you in and around. But like I said earlier, that part over there that I got last time with the valley, I do like that. If I can get far enough back on that one, I'll get the entirety of the circle in, perhaps, and pretty much most of that far vista, which I do like. Like I say, it's a love-hate relationship, this place, with me. So let's see if I get an image that I love, and I will bring you back if I do. Right then, as you can see, we've moved round to the right-hand side just to get a different variation. The sun is about 5 minutes away from rising. It probably will have risen the horizon by now, but the ridge line in front of us, it's yet to creep over that yet. But we're just keeping an eye on that valley on the right-hand side, like I mentioned earlier, because there's a lot of cloud over there, and we're also keeping an eye on the Catbells region. And all at Maiden Moor, keeping an eye on that. It's just a waiting game. The colour comes and goes. There's still a little bit of pinks and peaches and hues in the sky, but pretty much gone at the minute. But the minute you turn your back is the minute it kicks off. So never ever leave until you've used every ounce of that sunrise. I haven't quite decided 100% which side I'm going to use. Right then, it's around about 7:15 now, so the sun has risen, like I say, risen above the horizon, but not quite this ridge. It hasn't come over this ridge just yet. But if you can see behind me, I don't know if you can see that, right there, it is catching the far distant fells again behind me over here, catching those peaks, catching those ridge lines. So it is going to burst around this side of the the area first, and then at some point it will catch the Catbells region. So it's going to be a bit manic in the next 20 minutes, I think. It could be a bit crazy, but we're just patiently waiting. I mean, that light over there, I don't know if you can quite make it out. I'll try and spin you around and zoom in, because that is absolutely stunning. It doesn't really do it justice on here, but that is absolutely beautiful. And this is why we do it. This is why we do it. Lovely, crisp autumnal morning. Got the lovely, beautiful side light. Again, more light over there. It really is stunning. It really is. Good friends, good company, good conditions. Yeah, this is why we do photography. This is why we do photography. It's just lighting up behind that ridge. It's getting brighter and brighter by the minute. Obviously, there's a time lapse going. I've got the time lapse here. Look. Yeah, we've got the time lapse going there. It is on, but what I do, I have the screen off while it's recording, just to save the battery. But you'll have all these clouds moving across on the time lapse. So I'll put that up towards the end there. But that might be very, very special. That. So stick around to see that. But now we're in portrait orientation and we're facing down the valley. But if you notice, there's a big stone there, quite tall stone. When I had the camera, the tripod at my normal height that I use every single time, it was catching the it was catching the horizon in the valley. I didn't like that. It was just clipping that horizon, so I've had to raise the tripod to its maximum, which I never ever do. Just to give you some scale, I'm about 5'10", I think that's. I'm about 5'5", 6", and the camera's up. It's up. I mean, thankfully, I can still make out some sort of image, but if the images are awful, I've got an excuse now. I can't see the back of the screen, so I'll just keep that in mind. But I do like this composition. Yeah, it's a nice image. I think I'll probably stick with this composition now and just hope for the side light coming across. It'll illuminate this left-hand side of the stones, which will be really nice. I am bracketing because that sky is very, very bright at the bottom there, so I'm trying to get as much detail as I can. I mean, if I don't need them all, I won't use them all, but it's always nice to have too many than not enough. So I'll just wait for that side light now, I think. Alright then, as is often the case in landscape photography, it was a bust. It didn't really happen. But you know, this is why we do it. This is why we do it for that one time. That one time, I nearly left the area last night to go back home. And at the last minute I changed my mind, because I just thought, if I leave and I see the other lads' images and it's been absolutely amazing, I'd never forgive myself. As it turned out, I should have went home. But no, it's for me, sometimes when you're out with mates and good lads and stuff like that, the photos are a bonus. They really are. It's been a good morning, nevertheless. I think when the conditions are like this, it makes you work a little bit different in editing. You have to work with the edits and work with the images with what you've got. And I'll put the time lapse up, because that could be pretty good actually. I think I'll just end it whilst I remember. I'll put the time lapse up. And as always, if you've liked this, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new around here. And as always, get out there, stay safe and enjoy your photography. Bye for now.